As of this video's production, Grow Garden is currently not just Roblox's most popular game, but also the world's most popular game, even rivaling Fortnite. Because of that, this must be a good game. But you couldn't be more wrong. Grow a Garden is probably one of the worst Roblox games I have ever seen in recent times. And if you don't believe me, I'll explain why Grow a Garden is Roblox's worst game. So what is Grow a Garden? Well, it's just what it sounds like. A game about, well, growing a garden. Already not a good start for the game. If you're anything like me, you probably are confused on why such a simple game got so popular, especially of its very simple gimmick. I've seen footage of the game before even playing it, and just by looking at it, I could tell that the game wouldn't be that great. But hey, it had to be popular for a better reason than regarding growing offline, so I decided to play it for this video. Upon joining, I found out that this is one of those games. Let's address the big elephant in the room, the gameplay. This game is actually revolutionary when it comes to gameplay on PC. There are only 2 buttons to press, not counting W, A, and D, making the game very accessible for someone like my grandpa. Yeah, if you couldn't tell by my sarcasm, this game has no gameplay. You just hold down F and click sometimes. That's it. I'm genuinely having a hard time writing this video because of how little this game brings to the table.
For noobs, simple is sometimes better because we don't want complicated games. It just makes it worse. Well, newsflash.
Everything else in the game is pretty bad, and it being simple does not help it whatsoever. So to anyone who is already currently losing their mind over a Roblox gardening game, here's a quick trigger warning from something that's about to show up on screen. Anyways, let's get into the actual game itself, and I got a lot to say about it, like, too much actually. Around every 5 minutes, the shop will reset for every single server. Some items will get in stock, and some of the others won't. This itself isn't a bad feature, more of just a scummy design choice by the developers. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Obviously, this is kind of a problem. You wanna know why? This game is boring as hell! Playing the game for this video was actually a nightmare because I was bored out of my damn mind. Like, I genuinely wanted to Alt F4 right then and there. But hey, guess what? You need to be in the game to know what's in stock, and to be able to buy it. Granted, there are Discord servers that notify you when a restock is happening and what specific things are on stock, but if you need something external like that to actually be able to play the game in a fun way, something is definitely wrong with your game. And even getting said items doesn't really even matter, because this game is just an endless cycle of the rich get richer. Despite all of that, I kept pushing on, and then I stopped playing for a week. I eventually came back, but I still couldn't bring myself to actually play the damn game. I started watching YouTube while playing because I felt like I was in solitary confinement. I got so sick of playing that I eventually just went AFK. I'm just gonna go AFK, bro. Dude, I cannot actually, hold on, I'm gonna look at the shop first. I cannot bring myself to like actually sit here and quote unquote play the game. Got some cake, went outside, and started writing these exact words coming out of my mouth right now on a Google Doc. If that does not raise any red flags for you, I don't know what does. If a game needs external help to actually be barely enjoyable, then something is definitely very, very wrong. Remember how I said the shop restocking was kind of a scummy design choice? Well, actually, a lot of design choices in this game are kinda scummy. Hey, enjoying the video? If you are, then consider subscribing. I'm planning on making more videos on arguably bad Roblox games like this and kinda explain why they are bad. So if you subscribe, you're inherently helping these videos reach a wider audience, allowing more people to realize how bad these games truly are. I also made a similar video to this on the strongest battlegrounds, so if you like this, you'd 100% like that. It'll be at this video's end card waiting for you. Okay, back to the video. Obviously, no hate to the developers, they just made a very monetizable game that I very much hate, but a lot of this game feels like a mobile game. This game is designed for you to waste your precious time in order to get as much revenue as possible. Either the developer really knew what they were doing, or he actually made a very addicting game for the average Roblox audience. I honestly don't care which one is true, neither of those 2 options are bad. If you still don't believe me about that, well, This game begs you to stay for the restocking so they can earn payouts. This game keeps you coming back by making regarding grow offline to get payouts. This game has no end, making you stay for a very long amount of time for payouts. The game desperately gives you dopamine rushes by making you look at, wow, cool big plant that is expensive. Whoa! For you guessed it, payouts. Unlike a lot of games on Roblox, notice how I don't say all, aren't big wastes of time like grow a garden. This game truly is one of the biggest wastes of time because you really aren't getting anything out of it. You just hold down F and eventually click. So why do people still defend this game? Well, I don't know why, and before any of the slimy kids start complaining in the comments, I like to debunk certain excuses that people made whenever defending this game. The fact that people genuinely play this game and defend it like their life depends on it is actually insane. All about a game called Grow a Garden. Anyway, let's get into the excuses so little Timmy can stop writing his own video script in the comments. Number 1, the game is relaxing. I'm not sure why, but I say this exact thing whenever someone brings up not liking Grow a Garden. And every time it's said, I almost feel an angel losing their wings. Like, if holding down F is relaxing for you, then TSP has to feel like you're in the Squid Games. Number 2, the game is fun with friends. This isn't something I only hear about Grow a Garden. Rather, I see it said literally whenever someone dislikes a game like this. That doesn't mean this game is good! You either have good friends, or you're friends with people that share the exact same garbage humor in your brain capacity. Number 3, Number 3, the game gets more fun when you get farther into it. Similarly to the last one, this isn't something only Grow a Garden fanboys say. Rather, a dumb thing everyone says discussing Roblox games like Grow a Garden. I hear this so much, it can be debunked in only a couple of words. I am not going to waste my time playing a horrible game just for it to get better later. It gets better, by the way. Even as someone who has played Grow a Garden, granted not insanely foreign, I still just feel like a decaying skeleton despite me getting further into the game. I know people who actually play Grow a Garden, and after asking them, they have the exact same issue as well. The only difference from early game and late game is, big number money go up. I'm an impressionable iPad kid who plays dumb garden game instead of having a good childhood. In short, Grow a Garden is Roblox's worst game because of the excessive amounts of nothing, leading it to be a very boring experience designed for players to stay in the game to print as much money as possible. Anyways, with all that said, I'm Nubus, and thank you so much for watching.